was talking to this kid the other day, and I said, if you could wish for anything in the world, what would you wish for? He said, 1,000,000 wishes. So I let him know that's not how the Make-A-Wish Foundation works.
Welcome to the Rubdown, guys. That show where I interview creators, celebrities, and people I find interesting whilst enduring a deep tissue massage. Today's guest, we have someone who is a stand-up comedian and has also started a church. No, I'm not talking about Joseph Smith, even though he'd probably bang on stage. Everybody, please welcome to the Rub Club, Adam Broud.
Hey.
Adam, you've done the thing. You're funny as hell.
Thank you.
You've entertained a lot of people. Is there anything funny about this show, or do we just need to shut it down? Because it's crazy.
It is crazy. No, this is so good. As soon as I saw it, I was like, I need to get on this. This seems so fun. Mostly
because of the
because
happy endings, or?
Yeah, that was the one. No, I was just like, this has got to be the cheapest way. No, I was
for free.
And I've done comedy for so long that
Yeah.
anything that freaks me out, I'm like, that's probably the right move. That's probably a good decision. I've already started a church in the most religious state in the country. Might as well do this instead.
Yeah, and I want to get into Comedy Church.
Yeah, please.
You're one of the co-founders, co-hosts, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're one of the evangelizers.
Yeah, I'm an arch prophet, which is above prophet. So suck it, Jay Smith.
Is there an arch? Are there arch prophets?
They're just an arch church.
That's just the Illuminati.
Yeah. I just want to make sure that if I ever meet like the Pope, he can be like, I'm the Pope, and I'm like, well, I'm the arch prophet. That's above anything you've ever
So
done.
you want
I'm
to big dick him? You want to one up him?
Yeah,
You want to one up the Pope?
I can't get a bigger hat. I might as well get a bigger title. Is basically the gist of it. This is already making me nervous. She's on like, what level is this? Out of a 10, what are you doing right now?
Hey, I gotta know.
Like a 6.
Like a 6.
And I'm already like, oh, my spine is not agreeing with this. This is bad. All right, fun.
So I gotta know this.
Yeah.
Every church starts with a vision where you are told you need to start a new church.
Yeah.
Is that how Comedy Church started too?
Greg, Ashley, my co-host, he was the one who approached me.
He's
right.
funny.
Yeah, right around like COVID times.
Okay.
He was like, "Hey, the world might be ending. Do you want to go down together and do this?" And so.
And what was the initial idea? Because I mean, obviously, we're in a very Mormon area of the world, and you guys seem like you're doing it for therapy. Making fun of everything everybody's thinking.
Yeah, I feel like there's probably like aspects of that. Well, I know there's aspects of it because I have people come up to me in the show sometime even, and they'll be like, hey, they treat me like I'm their bishop. And I'm like, I'm not. Or I'll have people ask me for callings where they'll be like, is there anything I can do to support and assist? And I'm like, you paid me to show up. You don't need to set up chairs too. You don't, this is...
And look,
what is this supposed to do for me right now? This, oh my God, was your last job Guantanamo? This is terrible.
And let me back up for the Rub Club viewers. Adam started a comedy club called Comedy Church, where they take all the funny shit about Mormonism and religion in general, and they have their fun with it. And I will say they have said some crazy shit. And I haven't laughed harder in a long time. Your murder bit.
Oh, yeah.
Can you please just give me I need to hear that with my own ears right now.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I mean, so in the Book of Mormon, as you know, there is a scripture that says that sexual sin is the worst sin you can commit, second only to murder. But if true, does make you wonder how good murder must feel. Where it's better than an orgasm. All right, interesting.
That is crazy. So back to the show.
Yeah.
It's grown a ton over the years, and I've kind of watched from the sidelines. What's been the biggest struggle of starting that? Because it's controversial.
Yeah, it definitely is.
And it's comedy.
Yeah, I think probably the hardest part is everybody has an opinion on how it should or should not be done.
Okay.
And I think ultimately all it is we're like, We just got way too into a fantasy series, which is called Religion.
Yep.
And now we know a lot about it.
Yep.
So let's get together with a lot of other people who know a lot about it and just make a bunch of inside jokes the whole time.
Well, that's what's so funny about it is the inside jokes in Mormonism go harder than probably any other category of inside jokes ever. And there's so much funny.
Yeah.
There's so many rules that are unironically hilarious. There are so many things that happen that you're like, if you just explain that situation to somebody who doesn't know anything, it's hilarious.
I talk about on stage as an example about how in like the 70s there was a prophet who he said that if you masturbate because your hand's the same gender as you, it'll turn you gay. So I was rubbing around in my bed like, ooh, this is heterosexual right here. I'll just scissor my pillow like a straight man does, obviously. And like, it didn't seem like it was nuts. It seemed like it was the most logical choice at the time.
Right, and guess what? You're not gay.
Yeah, I'm heterosexual. That's what I am. That's
you know what's
what
funny? You say that is I had an intimacy coach on last episode.
Oh, cool.
And I asked her, because I had heard this, that porn turns people gay.
Oh, yeah.
And she hadn't heard that.
And everyone was like, London, are you just
you
looking
heard-
for validation right now?
Exactly.
You know how this thing I do is actually really normal?
It's so straight.
You know how it happened to all of us?
It's always chicks. But have you heard that?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've heard where it's like, oh, if you're going to watch someone do this, I think it probably, I bet it opens people's minds a little bit about like what the possibilities
Oh, I see.
are.
You become curious.
Yeah, that would be my guess. Yeah. Are my fingers supposed to be numb at this point like this? Is that good? Is this good
on
for
your
me?
Triceps?
Yeah, geez. My toes are so cold in my fingers.
Did you serve a mission?
I did.
Where'd you go?
Brazil.
Oh,
That's how you have to say it.
What's the funniest part about serving a mission for those who have served and for those who haven't?
Yeah, well, it's homoerotic to the point that the rule book specifically says you're not allowed to sleep in the same bed. And I'm like, that's not a rule someone made up.
To tell you.
Yeah, that's a thing that they're like, we better start putting this in because a lot of people are taking a lot of liberties with this whole situation, you know? And I had a weird amount of companions who wanted to wrestle. Did you have, I don't know if you had that.
It was a thing.
Yeah.
Never to me.
Oh, really? I had so many who, they'd just be in their garments and I'd be in my garments, Mormon underwear. And they'd be like, wouldn't it be cool if we wrestled? And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Anyway.
Yeah.
I was a very annoying Mormon as well. I'm sure I would have been
you were
that.
good at it.
Yeah. Even like, I feel like Jesus would have heard some of the things I said and be like, me Christ,
hey,
dude, give it a break. Like,
yeah.
I was too much.
Hey, calm down, Adam.
Literally.
So Gary Vee DM'd me the other day.
Oh, whoa.
Which
crazy.
was really cool.
That's very cool.
He said, keep winning, London. And then we DM'd back. And
that's such a, if I were to guess what he DMs people,
right?
That's so good.
On
that's
brand.
funny. That's
on
great.
brand. And anyway, we found some connections. He's been buying Final Boss Sour for the last couple months and stuff like that. Anyway, so my bit is that Jesus is just the Gary Vee of Jerusalem.
I like that. That's good.
Because Gary Vee started a wine company.
Oh, okay.
Jesus turned water to wine.
Yeah.
Jesus heals the blind.
Yeah.
And Gary Vee heals the blind entrepreneurs.
There you go.
And
Perfect.
I texted this to him.
Yeah.
So he said, keep winning, London. I text him that bit.
Yeah.
And he says, ha, 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 it's working. And then I remembered he's Jewish.
Oh.
And I'm like, fuck.
No, that's one more thing. That's one more proof.
Okay, good.
The only thing.
You're right. You're totally right.
The only thing that discredits is he doesn't have the hair for it. That's about it.
Anyway.
My ass hurts so bad right now.
Yep, exactly.
What the I'm sorry.
Hey, I think you said that on your mission as well.
Yeah, that was true. You want to wrestle? Sorry, dude, my ass is already. Oh my gosh.
Why did you bring a ukulele?
Oh yeah. I mean, I do religious comedy, but I do other stuff as well. I start off as a one-liner comic, actually.
Okay.
And I always try to give like a little meta thing to hold them all together. And the ukulele is it's like a little music in between those one-liners.
Are you gonna play something for us?
Yeah, I'll have to reach it real quick.
Yeah. This is epic. So you tell jokes while you play the ukulele?
I do. I've never done it this way. I got ADHD and it is hitting right now. I've got so much stimulus.
Best drug in the world.
Yeah, I like who needs Adderall? You just need 1,000 things to do at the same time. I was talking to this kid the other day, and I said, if you could wish for anything in the world, what would you wish for? He said, 1,000,000 wishes. So I let him know that's not how the Make-A-Wish Foundation works. Sometimes when I tell that joke, I lose people on it, which is fine because we also lost him. So there you go. So there you go. Yeah. What do we want? Delayed reactions. And when do we want them? Good.
Now.
Good. Sometimes I wonder what Captain Hook did beforehand. Perfect. Now! There we go. Anyway, those are some of those one-liners for you.
Yes.
I'll have to tell you my massage story at some point.
Yeah, tell it right now.
Oh, okay. So this was like right after I left the church. So I showed up to this place, and pretty immediately I was like, this seems really sketchy. And they led me to the back room.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't think this is. They showed me what I needed to put on my body, and it was like a loincloth. It was like the type of shit that Tarzan would see it and be like, fucking slut. This is not enough. But then I looked at the wall, and there was a sign, and it said, no sex massages, like in big, bold letters.
Okay, so.
No sex. It was very aggressive. It was like, no sex, don't ask, don't think about it. No sex massages. And so I got down, I took off my clothes, I put on the washcloth over my ass, and the lady walked in, and she immediately grabbed it, and she threw it against the wall, which at that point it was like, how do I escape this? You can't just stand up and walk out. That's an invitation. So I was just like laying there, and it wasn't until she had me turn over that I was like, this isn't good. And I tried closing my eyes so that I couldn't like see her and she couldn't see me.
Yeah.
And so I swear to God, this was how she asked me. She flicked it. She took her finger and she just right on it. And I like opened my eyes and I was like, what? And she flicks it again. And I was like, I'm sorry. And I closed my eyes and apparently it wasn't clear enough. So she flicks it again. And I open my eyes and I'm like, I feel it. Why am I apologizing? I was just like, I'm sorry, but no, thank you. She walked out. Thank God.
You sure about that? You sure about that?
But it was this weird, it was
So
like.
the thing was just over?
It was, she was kind of upset, actually.
Yeah, because,
she looked
that's
mad.
where they make their money.
Yeah. It was in Provo, of all places. Which
I'm sure that goes
Yeah,
hard.
at first I was
they
like.
make a ton of money.
Yeah, at first I was like, there's no way this and then I thought about it, and I was like, oh, they're making bank, I bet. Dude, the amount of swingers alone in the state is outrageous. It's crazy.
And so all those rumors true? All the soaking rumors true?
The swinger rumors are 100% true. 100% true. I have this bit where I talk about my only beef with swingers is I wish they were more attractive. That's my only problem.
So true.
Right? It's never two hot people. It's always 2 5s who are like, hey, 2 5s make a 10. Let's do this. It's a quantity over quality play with these people.
True.
I think it's all these people who they look back at their high school years and they think that they could have had so much sex. And I'm like, you are so overconfident about who you were. I played an accordion in a ska band in high school. I think if I went back and tried to have sex with anyone.
You weren't fucking anybody.
Everyone would be like, the best part about you is you're Mormon. Are you kidding me? It's everything else that's keeping us at bay.
Hey, can you explain Utah culture to somebody who doesn't know anything about Utah culture?
Yeah, maybe not really. Oh my gosh, I could try. I feel like Utah culture is a 3-year-old child who just did something bad in front of you, and when you're like, "Hey man, don't do that," they go, "Wasn't me." Nuh-uh. It's just that, but as adults, over and over again. It's all of us fucking up and people being like, did you just fuck up? And you're like, no, of course not. I don't do that. Can you imagine those people who do that? That's basically all it is, just over and over again.
There's so much truth to that I wish everybody could understand.
I don't know if you've confessed to stuff, but the follow-up questions that bishops ask are insane.
Well, can I tell you a funny confession story? Me and my wife were high school sweethearts.
Perfect. Okay. Wonderful.
We're both very Mormon. Grew up very Mormon. I'm confessing to the bishop that I had, looked up boobies online.
Who's probably like a 50-year-old man, and maybe your next door neighbor.
No, literally.
Who you're just like, guess what I did while you were looking through my window? That's so nuts.
I go, hey, I looked up boobies online.
Yeah.
And he goes, we're gonna get through this.
Okay.
He goes, you can't take the sacrament for a month.
Oh my God, for a month?
For a month.
2
4
weeks
Sundays.
per boob?
2 weeks per boob
Jeez.
that I looked at.
'Kay.
And now I know to type in uniboobs.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
get less time.
Half your sentence.
Yeah.
Why not?
So I do that. I'm not taking sacrament, whatever. During this sentence, I touch my girlfriend's boobies.
Oh, next
The
level.
real deal.
Yeah.
The real
But you
stuff.
didn't look at him, so it was fine.
I didn't look at him. I'm feeling real bad about it.
Okay.
I go confess to him. I say, Coach, I touched the boobies.
Mm.
And he said, it's okay.
What?
He's like, you're good.
What?
So now, as a 16-year-old young man,
Yeah.
I tell myself, doing the real thing
Yeah.
is okay.
Okay. But they do ask weird things. Like mine asked how long, and I was like, I don't.
Duration?
Well, that's what my confusion was. I was like, hip to tip or top to tip? What are we talking about? Yeah, no. How long you been doing this? And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. Since the pre-existence, probably, dude. I don't know. When the angels were playing their trumpets, I was wailing on my horn as well. I'm not sure. I don't know. But they go into weird details, and he's like your neighbor, who's just like, and then he asked.
Yeah, it's
He
like
asked
on
if-
Sunday he's in a suit.
Yes.
And on Monday he's got a construction belt around his hip,
Yes.
and he's hitting his brick wall.
Crazy to ask a teen that. Crazier to ask them
is
that in a
crazy.
suit. He also asked if I used any assistants. All we had was like those.
Yeah, new tech.
Yeah, we just had like those gel tubes that like you squeeze them and they slip endlessly in your hand. You know what I'm talking
The
about?
ones your 3-year-old kid buys at the
Yeah,
arcade.
yeah, exactly. That was the closest we had, and I was like, he can't mean that. There's no way. But that's the only thing we've all looked at and been like, I'm gonna fuck that. Other than that, I don't know. I don't know what he's talking about.
It's so true. The follow-up questions are crazy.
It's so much detail.
There should be no.
Yeah, at the end, because he asked, wait, do you do this to completion? And I was like, yeah, you got to treat yourself right. And then he was like, okay, and so how long are you doing this for? And I was like, a couple minutes. And he was like, well, it should take longer than a few minutes. He said that to me. He said that in my eyes. It should take you longer than a few minutes. And I had to be like, well, I mean,
You're never going to pleasure a daughter of God.
No,
if
I had
it's
to be
only
like,
taking you 2 minutes.
No, I mean, I make sure the woman in the video comes first, I swear. It was so crazy. To say that to a kid, it should take longer than a few minutes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Ow. So what are the jokes you tell when you're doing your PG stuff?
Oh, that's a lot of like family stuff and dad stuff for the most part, because I
Okay.
do have 2 kids. And it's crazy because and a lot of it still focuses a little bit on like, I was raised different than how I'm raising them.
Uh-huh.
But they don't know anything. And it's weird because they've got like big questions. And all the big questions when I was a kid was just like, read the Bible. And that
Right.
was it.
Right.
So now I have to teach them these things. And like the other day, for instance, my oldest, I was driving him to school. He was talking to me, but I wasn't doing a good job of paying attention.
Okay.
And I only clued in when I heard him say, so Dad, one day, well, I keep having birthdays and then one day have no more birthdays. And I said, right? Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
And I said, what, like, when,
kind of dark, but kind of also
Kinda
like, what are you
dark.
asking?
yes. And I was like when you die? And he goes, wait, I'm going to die? And I was like, well, like, not just you. He's like, what do you mean? I was like, well, because everybody dies. He's like, everybody dies? Are you going to die? I was like, well, yeah, everybody dies. He's like, is mom going to die? I was like, yes. But hold on, buddy, not like soon, not like, well, I guess you never know. And he's like, you don't know? And I should have spent more time with him, but we got to school. And so my wife was in charge of bedtime that night, and she texted me and was like, Asher said you told him he's going to die. And I was like, in my defense, I told him everyone's going to die.
Soon.
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever tried Final Boss Sour?
Ooh, I have not yet, and I've been wanting to, dude.
I want you to be a corny, and I'm going to say
Smells
it.
good.
I want you to do a chamber media ad
Oh,
with
okay.
my Final Boss Sour to the camera right on the spot. So hold up the package so we can see a little bit.
Okay.
Ready? Final Boss Sour ad in 3, 2, 1, go.
Final Boss Sour, is this going to fuck my mouth? I don't know what am I supposed to say. Final Boss Sour, this stuff, holy shit. This honestly, it smells so good. It looks so good. It's straight oranges, and I can't wait to try it. Can I try it?
Go for it. It's your ad.
Oh, good.
That's a dried orange, by the way.
Oh my God. I am spitting all over this place.
Mouth watering.
Oh my goodness.
Body
That's like,
convulsing.
okay, I'm gonna just talk real about this,
All right,
man.
please.
That is so good.
Right? That's a
Like
good
they're
flavor,
like
huh?
they're like sour candies. Oh my God, I'm
Oh,
spitting.
that was the biggest cleek I have ever seen.
My mouth, my tongue is coming. This is crazy. This is so insane.
Amazing.
This
There's
is-
the ad. You
this
like
is-
them though?
Dude, like legit. This
Yeah,
is like,
good.
honest to God. There's a lot of sour stuff where it's like sour to be sour.
Right.
And so it has no taste. It's
Right.
just punishment.
Right.
And then there's other stuff that's sour, and it's just like, well, this is candy and just candy. I might as well be eating whatever.
Right.
And this is like, this is really good. I'm gonna
Dude,
eat
hell
another one.
yeah.
I mean that sincerely. This
I'm gonna
sounds,
send you home with some. We
Jeez.
got a bunch.
dude, I'm loving this.
What else you got on the dad front? Or do you have any new bits you're working on?
Oh yeah.
What are you working on right now?
Here's my newest bit. You ready for it?
Yeah.
Okay. Newest bit is I used to think I had a pretty high libido, and until I started listening to SoundCloud rappers.
Okay.
Because the things those guys will say for clicks is crazy. For instance, I was listening to a guy the other day who he said, this is true, this is honest, this is an honest quote. He said, I want pussy so good. When I go in, it quack like Donald Duck. And that was the first time in my life I was like, I do not. I have standards, and one of them is if I go in, I don't want to hear. That's too much. And I get that's ironic coming from a guy who looks like he hits it from the back going, oh boy. I get that. Someone who, when he comes, goes, gorsh. Anyway, that's the bit so far. That's what we've got. That's my
Yeah,
latest.
it is. Well, one, that's hilarious, and it is so true.
Trying
Some of
to
these
hit that
rappers-
Disney adult. Disney adult comedy, you know? Trying to get on Disney cruise lines with that.
Oh my gosh. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the Rub Down show for today. Everybody, please give a warm round of applause for Adam Broud.
Thank you.
New episodes every Thursday, Adam, by the way. Can you tell the people to subscribe, please?
Absolutely. Like, subscribe, get a massage, and
Yep.
eat Final Boss Sour. That
There
was a
we go.
legit response. It's so good.
Thank you, Adam. Thanks
tasty.
for coming on the show.
Thank you.